Hello. Join me, share this video, invite people, tag people. I told you I would be more visible, especially during times like this. So I am keeping my word. Invite, tag people, join me. So good to see you again. I was just on here a couple days ago, and I promised that I would be back on here again. So join me, share this video, tag people. I promised I would be visible during these times, and I am keeping my word. So it is so good to see you. You know, I am all things healthy relationships, all things when love works, and I'm on here to support you and be visible like I promised, because I want love to win, not only in my life but in yours. And despite what is going on, and despite fear running rampant, I'm really inviting you to join me. I don't care if we have to call it the Let Love Win Challenge. Just join me in letting love win. Fear and love cannot coexist, y'all. They cancel each other out. Just like light cancels out dark, fear cancels out love. And I am your biggest cheerleader. You know, Colin and I started When Love Works for all things healthy relationships, because we had to do the work ourselves, right? And then we saw how this work impacted us in the workplace. We saw how it impacted us with our family and our friends. And so we are your forever cheerleaders for all things healthy relationships, all things when love is at work. Keyword work. So I know social media, news outlets, neighbors, you can't go anywhere without hearing or being in a panic mode, almost high anxiety, overwhelmed, right? And so one of the things we recognize is that when fear shows up, love is scrambling. Love is like, I'm out of here. So I am pushing you, promoting, and just pushing to let love win. We don't want fear to cripple you. One, because a couple things. Again, I told you I'd be visible during this time, and I'm here with you. So please drop how you're doing in the comments. I really want to know how you're doing during this time. 2, I want to be visible in case you need someone to just talk with. I'm here, right? That's what we do. And 3, just to offer a couple things just to support you during this time. So I wanted to offer today, similarly like I offered before, your first push. Please talk with someone. Last time I know I said talk with someone who you trust, but I am changing that. Talk with someone, period. The only reason I said I'm changing it a little bit is because I recognize that pressure busts pipes. And when you're not talking, when you are not journaling, when you are not getting things out of you, it builds up. And there is no human being that is exempt from snapping. So first, in order for love to win, I want you to think about doing this all this week, and then actually do it. Talk with someone. Do not let the pressure of whatever you're dealing with stay within you. There is no human being that is bigger than snapping. Please talk with someone. The second reason I want you to talk with someone is because fear, when you are just sitting in that fear and just ruminating and just sitting alone with your own thoughts, it could block connections. So while you may think, okay, I'm just going to process this by myself, I'm just going to take some time to do me, I really am encouraging you to do this one thing. This first thing, talk with someone, because fear can block connections. Please don't sit isolated. I know there is a call for social distancing. Get online with people. Get on the phone with people then. If you don't want to have face-to-face, but please talk with someone for those 2 reasons. You gonna do that for me this week? Again, I'm gonna be visible. I'm gonna keep jumping on here to check in on you. And please add to the comments how you're doing. Be honest. If you are overwhelmed, if you are stressed, add that. Just be honest and then talk with someone. After that, I want you to really maintain your health. Now, this one is important because If you don't take care of you during these stressful times and during these fearful, high anxiety times, whatever you want to call it, you will not last. Listen, I need you to maintain your health physically, intellectually, and mentally and emotionally. So I'm asking you to maintain your health physically because this is the only body we're getting, y'all. We don't get a replacement. We can't go and say, I'm going to trade this one in. I've been overwhelmed. I'm stressed out. My body breaking down. We don't get a chance to go put it on a shelf like it's something you can put on a hanger. No, that doesn't work. So I'm really calling for you, challenging you even to connect and maintain your health physically. If that means drinking more water than you've ever drunk in your life, now's the time. If that means eating cleaner than you've ever eaten in your life, now's the time. If that means literally waking up and stretching and doing maybe 5 jumping jacks a day, now is the time. Please maintain your health physically. This is the only one we're getting. This is the only life we're getting. And a big part of it is this body we walk around in. So I'm asking you, please maintain your health physically. And the second part of it is I ask you to maintain your health, and I'm encouraging you to maintain your health intellectually. You know the saying, if you don't use it, you lose it? Well, during times like this where fear can be overwhelming, stress could be high, I'm really asking that you plug into something, some sort of activities, even if it is reading, where you can continue to maintain your health and your brain activity. If that means doing puzzles, if that means, solving clues, do something intellectually. Read books that challenge you. Please don't let your brain sit stagnant during these stressful times. I really, really need you to challenge yourself to maintain your health physically, and the second one is intellectually. After that, I'm calling you to maintain your health when it comes to your emotion and mental health. Listen, like I said earlier, fear blocks connections, it stunts you, it really have you going within and isolating yourself. But now is not the time. Now is the time for you to maintain your emotional and mental health. And that is going to require you to check in. You're going to literally have to get to the point where you are okay with saying the lines, I am not okay. I am stressed. I have high anxiety. I don't know what to do with this stuff. I feel myself snapping. When I'm calling you to maintain health, I'm asking you to do it in those 3 areas. Your mental and emotional health is not to be played with. There is no, again, this is my 3rd time saying it. There's no human being that's above snapping. So please take care of yourself. Your health is important. This is the only life we're getting. After that, now I'm on number 3, y'all. After that, I really need you to get to work on yourself. Get to work on you. Like I just shared, this is the only you're getting. We don't get to trade it in. So I'm encouraging you to work on you. Now, let me be very specific here. When I say work on you, I mean that inner love work and your self-development. The last video I did, I asked you to really think about that inner love, and I really gave you this quote that I don't want you to ever forget. Your inner work, your self-development cannot be outsourced. You cannot outsource your inner love work. So, during stressful times, even if you're afraid, get to work on you. Do that inner love work. Hi, Monique. Do the work. Push yourself. The inner love work and the self-development work, I know may be the hardest thing you'll ever do in your life, but it's the only thing that really matters, because all you do all day is walk around with you. You be with you. So why not do the work to love you at your highest level? Why not do the work to develop you to be at your optimal level? That's what I'm calling you to do. Remember, life is not going to stop giving us stress. Life is not going to stop giving us conflict. And none of those words are bad words, but it's what you do in response to those things that really matters. And so if you don't have any tools because you haven't done any self-development work and you haven't built up your inner love, then guess what happens? When life brings stress and conflict, you crumble. And I'm pushing you, now is not the time to crumble. Now is the time to get to work. Listen, I think about one of the main things I grab. Let me find my self-development. 1 second. Listen, look what I use a lot. This her toolbox, let me tell you, my workbook is so tattered because I'm constantly developing myself. Her toolbox, because I'm a woman, so I'm talking about her toolbox. That her toolbox series that Colin and I created, and specifically on how the work looks when women show up, this is my go-to, y'all. This her toolbox, you see it? That's my development tool. It really helps me build up on all of the development work that I can't see myself, that's in my blind spot. And again, it was curated for women. I'm a woman. This is the best time to do this type of work, right? Women's History Month, International Woman. So her toolbox is the go-to development tool. And it also supports you in how you show up and love yourself, how you show up and love other people, how you show up and love when you're in the community. But specifically, this is for you. Her toolbox. If you're a woman, get your her toolbox. I'm going to leave the link in the comments, because you can do her toolbox. It's a self-paced series, a bunch of videos where I'm guiding you through some stuff, and this workbook. I'm doing the work with you, because inner love and self-development work, you cannot outsource. You cannot say, I'm going to pick up a book, I'm going to give it to my cousin, my friends to do. Your friends, while they may mean well, they cannot develop you. You have to do the work. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to be maybe difficult at times, challenging, and you might want to put it down, but it's worth it. It's so necessary. You walk around with you all day. You can't outsource this to someone else. So get to work. That's the third part of my today check-in with you. Get to work on that inner love and self-development. Inner love is a component of you that you will recognize and tap into, that you cannot run out of. You cannot run out of love. But if you haven't done the work to tap into that source, guess what? During these times, you're going to crumble. If you haven't done the work, your self-development work, and have this workbook, written all over pages, dog-eared, you haven't gone through this workbook and these videos with me to do her toolbox work, you're going to crumble because you won't have tools. Life is not going to stop throwing us stuff. You just want to be ready with the tools. That's all. That's why it's the third one. Get to work on inner love and self-development. Now's the time. I'll leave the link for the her toolbox self-paced series in the comments, or Shaquilla might add them later. And if you are saying, okay, where I am very good on my inner love, I am done some development work, I'm doing my therapy, I'm doing my coaching, I am processing a lot of things that prevent me from showing up my authentic self, you may be saying, well, you know what, these times are stressful and it's really putting a burden on my relationship. Now, if that's you, if you are in a relationship, because it's the second part of the get to work. If you're in a relationship and you want to get to work during these stressful times, yay, we have a guidebook for you too. Definitely check out our couples guidebook, because it walks you through how to build up your tools in spite of. Again, conflict is not a bad word. Conflict is there to see what you're going to do. Are you going to punk out? Are you going to let fear win? And I'm on here pushing you, and I'll be visible for some time to keep pushing you, to invite you to let love win. So if you're in a relationship and you're sensing some tension, some stress in your relationship, get that couple guidebook. It's just like this workbook. You and your partner, or you by yourself, going to do some work that's going to impact your relationship. Get that couple's guidebook. Go through the process. Really get down with it. Don't just read. Go through those practices. Do the work. Put in the work. That's the only life we're getting. And that couple's guidebook is a step-by-step guide that you can customize for you and your relationship, because you don't want fear or conflict or stress to knock you two out. You can't crumble in these times. Please don't crumble. So number 3, get to work. Inner love work, self-development work, and if you're in a relationship, do the couples guide. You got the tools. If you don't have the tools, again, I'm going to leave the link so that you can get to work. But please don't run from the work. After you are comfortable in that third step and you understand and you're like, okay, Letia, I got you. I am going to get to work despite the fear, despite the conflict, despite the stress. I need you to get very clear on all of your relationships. That's the final thing I'm asking. Like I said, I'm going to be visible. I'm going to check in on you. And I want to keep continuing to ask you to do the work. When love works. Keyword is work. So the final and fourth and final is to get clear on your relationships. Do 3 things for me real quickly. Think about all the people that you are in relationship with. All of them. And just categorize them like this. Who's for you? Get very clear. Again, some of those answers may hurt your feelings, especially if you're thinking about people that you've known all your life. One category, who's for you? The second category, who really wants to be for you, but they can't? And finally, who's not for you? The fourth and final ask I have of you in this check-in for today is to just get clear on your relationships. Figure out the people who are 100% for you. Figure out the people who really want to be for you, but they just can't. They just don't have the tools. They don't have the abilities. It's not working. No matter how much y'all try to force it, it's not working. And finally, be very clear on who's not for you. It's okay. It's okay if people are not for you. It's okay. You will survive. They will survive. But enough of using your energy trying to make relationships work, and you know they're not healthy. Enough. Go through those 4 steps I shared with you as a part of this check-in. I told you I'll be visible. I'm going to keep jumping on here, maybe every other day. I don't know if I could do every day, y'all. But I want to make sure that you are okay. I'm doing this work right with you. I'm checking into, it's not like we aren't being impacted by everything we hear and see and people around us. I'm being impacted too. So as I'm doing this work, I'm jumping on here, inviting you to do the same. Go through those 4 steps. Do the work of this check-in so love can win. Let love win. Don't let fear cancel out the love. You are born to love. You are filled with love, and you are open to give and receive love. And I want to commend you on just being on here and just being open to receiving this message, because love is for you. It's innately. You were born in love. But I don't want you to believe that it's automatic either. Love is a verb, y'all. Yep. Might be surprising to hear. It takes work. To tap into the love that you were born with, that you were filled in, it takes work. So I'm inviting you to tap into that love. So don't let fear, don't let the stress of these times, don't let the conflict of these times make you go into a bubble, go into a shell, forget who you are, forget how love has been in your life since the beginning. Let love win. But in order for it to win, you have to be active. You have to be an active member in this love work. Keyword is work. When love works, we are very intentional about the naming of our company and the work that we really do with you, because we recognize it's a verb. You can't just sit and say, okay, I love this love thing and it's going to get me through, but I'm just going to sit here. That's not realistic, and I don't want you to set up to walk into any walls. I want you to be healthy and well along this love journey. And you're going to have to get to work. I gave you 4 opportunities today during this check-in. Literally 4 steps to make sure that you are getting to work. 1, I want you to talk with someone. After that, I just need you to maintain health in all the areas that I mentioned. After that, you have to get to work. You have to do your own inner love and your own self-development work. And finally, get clear on your relationships. That's your check-in for today. I'm not going to take too much of your time, and I will definitely leave the links in a comment for the tools that we offer for your own development. Like if you are a woman like I am, and I had to do this her toolbox work, I'm going to leave the link for that. It's self-paced. You can do it at your own pace. And if you're in a relationship and you want to do work during these times with you and your partner, get the guidebook and go through the work too. But please don't walk into a wall. Please don't become isolated, even in living in the house with the same person. You know this quote we use often. You could be in the same house, the same room, the same bed, and not in the same relationship. We don't want that to be you. Get to work. I love you to life. Keyword is life. And love is not automatic in this life. So get to work. We are here for you. We're cheerleaders. If you need to know how to do the work, then you're on the right page, and we are the right coaches for you. It's not automatic, but we are here for you. Let us support you in this love journey because we love you to life. And we're going to keep cheering for you, all right? Let love win. Let love win. Leave your comments, your questions. We will check back in with you. I'll do more check-ins just again to stay visible during this time because love is going to win. Let love win. Come on, say it with me. Let love win. Fear is not going to win, y'all. Fear and love can't coexist. Let love win. Let love win.